Welcome to the Southern Center for Human Rights 22nd Annual Frederick Douglass Awards Dinner. I'm Maureen Del Duca, and I have the privilege of serving as the chair of the board of the Southern Center. And we are so pleased tonight to be honoring two such distinguished champions of justice. Tonight, for her lifelong courage in standing up for justice, we'll be awarding the 2018 Frederick Douglass Equal Justice Award to our very own Ginny Sloan. And for his fierce and fearless dedication to advocating for justice, we will be presenting the 2018 Frederick Douglass Human Rights Award to Jason Flom. So, every year when we gather for this inspiring event, we share with you. We share with you our outrage about injustice. We share with you our commitment to transforming the criminal justice system. And we share with you our dedication to bringing compassion and dignity and fairness into the lives of the most vulnerable and exploited members of our society. When we met here 2 years ago, it was a rough night. We gathered about, 36, 48 hours after the election. And we shared a moment to regroup as a community of concern and to brace ourselves for what we thought, what we knew was coming. So last year, the following year when we met, we were able to come back and to share with you the work and the commitment we had to pressing on in a climate, in a culture that had become increasingly tolerant to intolerance, to injustice, to indignity, to dehumanization, and to inhumanity. This year, we're going to share with you that we've done even more. We've doubled down on our commitment in our impact litigation and capital litigation units, and we placed a bet. We placed a bet on the increasing and emerging critical importance of state and local advocacy and community lawyering. And in each of these areas, we are registering our dissent. We dissent to the criminalization of poverty in all its insidious forms. Insidious forms like excessive jail sentences, like money bail, like unjust fees and fines, like racism in the justice system, particularly in capital sentencing, like inhumane treatment, including neglect and solitary confinement of people with mental illness and intellectual disabilities, and abuse of power in local policing and in prisons. This year, the Southern Center for Human Rights is strong and powerful. We find ourselves in a unique moment of community need and organizational opportunity, and we're uniquely situated to take advantage of that opportunity because we have exceptional talent, we have visionary leadership, and we have a position within our local, state, and national communities to advocate, organize, publicize, and to just fight hard and win transformational change. And of course, it's our staff that's responsible for this. The staff fuels this fight. They're an incredibly talented, compassionate, and close-knit group that stand hand in hand every day with the most vulnerable people in our communities, and so often walk hand in hand with them into a better life of dignity and justice. I'd like to recognize all of the current and former staff members of the Southern Center for Human Rights. Please stand and accept our gratitude. And I have to have a special call out for our fearless leader, whose courage and inspiring vision and enduring optimism just inspire us all, our Executive Director, Sarah Tatanchi. That's right. And our board, we had a fantastic board meeting today. What a pleasure and a privilege it is to spend time and work with so many experienced, talented, smart, creative, dedicated people. And I'd just like to thank Raj Day and Mayor Brown for hosting our meeting and ask all of the current and former board members to please stand and be recognized. And of course, thanks to all of you for sharing this night with us and for all the work you do on an ongoing basis in your own practices and with your own contributions to make this all possible. I'd like to thank our champion sponsors, Susan and Jeffrey Sussman, Barbara and David Littman, Munger, Tolles and Olson, Skadden Arps, and King and Spalding, as well as our benefactor sponsors, Covington, Jenner and Block, the Zitron Foundation, Miller Chevalier, Wilmer Hale, and our reception sponsors, Mary Schlegel and Mayor Brown. There's a complete listing of all of our generous sponsors in your program book. And now, if you'll turn your attention to the screens, we have a short video for you.
Dave Churchill, and I'm a lawyer in Morrison Foerster's Washington, D.C. office. Morrison Foerster is proud to be a presenting sponsor of the Southern Center for Human Rights' 22nd Annual Frederick Douglass Awards Dinner. We support wholeheartedly the Southern Center and its mission. Justice Marshall put it best: we must dissent because we can do better, because we have no choice but to do better. Enjoy this great occasion, and thank you all for supporting the Southern Center and tonight's honorees.
Thank you, Dave Churchill and Morrison Foerster, our champion presenter. Thank you. And we have with us tonight also some members of the Judiciary. We very much appreciate you attending. We have the Honorable Russell Kanan, Fred Weisberg, Paul Friedman, Michael Wolf, Todd Edelman, Bob Morin, Yvonne Williams, Richard Levy, Jerry Fisher, Corin Beckwith, Lynn Leibovitz, and Patricia Wynn. Thank you, judges, for being with us tonight. And we have some honored special guests as well. Former Governor Terry McAuliffe, I think, is here with us tonight. As well as Ndaba Mandela. Former Solicitor General of the United States, Don Verrilli. Where do I see Don over here? The Honorable Carolyn Lerner is here. And of course, Steve Bright, without whose passion and brilliance and sacrifice, none of us would be here tonight. Okay, and we have former Frederick Douglass Awards recipients with us tonight. We have Dick Dieter, the aforementioned Don Verrilli, David DeBruin, David Littman, and George Kendall, all here with us tonight.